What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is February 6th, and I have 5 official NBA player props that I'm going to go over in today's video. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and as always, leave a comment on what you thought about the plays that I'm running, the props you're running, or how I can improve these videos in general. But yeah, let's get right into the picks for today. So my first play is in the Knicks-Pistons game, and I took Asar Thompson over 5.5 rebounds. I got this at like -115 or something, -122 I got it at on FanDuel. I just think this is a really good look for Asar any way you really spin it. This is a back-to-back for the Knicks. I got this before CAT was ruled out on the other side as well. I do still like it, even though Mitchell Robinson will probably play a lot more minutes. But if we look at back-to-backs this season, Asar's gone over in 5 out of 6 games. And the one time he went under was when he only played 15 minutes. So he's gone over in 5 out of his last 5, averaging 7 rebounds per game. I do really like that angle. It's a pretty low total, so there should be a good amount of missed shots. Asar is projected to play 27 minutes tonight, which is more than enough, in my opinion, for him to grab 6 rebounds. He just played 33 minutes last game, and if Jalen Duren gets ruled out, I don't see why he wouldn't play around 30 again. So if we just look at games like 25, 26, 26 minutes, whatever. It's gone over in 72% of games, already a good hit rate, but I'm not really looking at that. I'm looking at the injury report, and I looked specifically at games without Jaden Ivey, but with Karis LeVert, and then also with Tobias Harris, and he's gone over in 4 out of 4 games. I feel like this is pretty accurate to what he'll play tonight, anywhere from 24 to 33 minutes. He should see 11, 17, 11 rebound chances. Seems good to me. I know the Knicks are a decently tough matchup, but if we look at how Asar did versus them earlier in the season, he finished with 7 rebounds on 8 chances in just 20 minutes, and Jalen Duren didn't play in this game as well. So if he can get 7 rebounds in 20 minutes when the Pistons won by 31, which I don't think is going to happen tonight with a spread of -3.5, I do think he can grab 6 tonight if he's playing close to 30 minutes. Similar players have been able to grab rebounds versus the Knicks recently. Luka, Scotty, Russell Westbrook grabbed 8, Josh Giddey 11, 10. So I just like this angle here tonight in these games. I think he could get up to 8 rebounds tonight. So my first play is Asar Thompson over 5.5 rebounds. My second play is in the Heat-Celtics game, and I took Pelle Larsson under 17.5 PRA. I got this at -108. You can get it at a little better odds than I did, but you're going to have to walk with me here for this one because it could be really sweaty. So just looking at this graph, he's gone under over in 50% of games. If we take out the games without Tyler Hero, his hit rate jumps up, and again, I'm taking the under, but a lot of these recent games were without Norman Powell. So let's add in Norman Powell. Hit rate drops a little bit, still a little over 17.5. Then still, like these last 4 games were all without Davion Mitchell, who is projected to start and play like 25, 27 minutes tonight, which is good enough for me because he will be taking the ball out of Larson's hands. So we add in Davion Mitchell. He's gone over in 52% of games, averaging less than 17.5 PRA. Then you add in Jaime, Andrew Wiggins, and bam, and this hit rate drops to just 1 out of 10 games. But that's not really fair to him because he is projected to play around 28 minutes tonight. So if we set his floor to like 22, 24 minutes, he's gone under in 4 out of 5 games, averaging around the 17.5 PRA mark. But the one game that he did go over, you guys can see Kel'el Ware and Drew Smith didn't play in this game, which again, they don't play many minutes, but that is enough to take some shots away from Pelle, some rebounds away, some assists away. If he is shooting the ball, I don't expect him to rack up assists and rebounds as well. He definitely could, but I'm just not really expecting it. So this is what I'm really looking at right now. He's averaging around 14.3 PRA with the Heat fully healthy. And the main read here is that his role just significantly diminishes when the Heat are fully healthy. And then on top of that, it's just a really tough matchup for him. The Celtics are the best team at defending the rim. They're also a top 10 team at defending above the break threes. They're pretty good at defending transition. Similar players have gone under this versus the Celtics. I mean, you can look at both pages of this graph. And then the Celtics also allow the 3rd least catch and shoot shots, the 5th least within 10 feet of the rim, the least amount of points inside the paint. Any way you want to spin it, really. I just think this is a tough matchup for Pelle, and I think he goes under 17.5 PRA today. Now, my third play is in the Pacers-Bucks game, and I'm going with Pascal Siakam over 1.5 threes. I got this at -124 on DraftKings. You guys can still get it just at pretty juiced odds. Now, I know Pascal's 3-point volume hasn't been that good recently. 3 3-point attempts, 1, 5. But if we look at games without Benedict Mathurin, this is the whole read here. These last 5 games without him when they were pretty healthy besides Benedict Mathurin. Pascal took 11, 8, 8, 7, and 6 3-point attempts across this 5-game span. And then if we just add in, Pascal should play 30 minutes tonight because it's a close spread versus the Bucks. It's an away game. I know the Bucks are probably somehow a little worse than the Pacers, but it should be a close game. He's over in 12 out of 19 games, averaging just over 2 3-pointers made per game. And then they are away, and Pascal Siakam has made at least 2 3-pointers in 8 out of 10 games, averaging 2.2 3-pointers made per game. So the hit rate is pretty good. And then if we scroll down, you can see it's a really good matchup for him as well. The Bucks are allowing the most 3-point attempts over their last 5 games, the 5th most catch and shoot shot attempts. Similar forwards have been banging threes versus the Bucks recently. I just think it's a pretty good look for Pascal. You can still get at -135 on HardRock. Now my 4th play is also in this game, and I'm going with Kevin Porter Jr. over 6.5 assists. I took this at +100 on BetMGM. The only thing holding me back from this play was Kyle Kuzma being active. And if we do want to look really quick at Kuzma's assists recently, this is why. With Kevin Porter Jr., when he returned, Kuzma still had 9 assists on 10 potentials, which is an insane conversion rate, but he was making a ton of passes, 59 passes. So I was just a little nervous about that, like eating into Kevin Porter Jr.'s assists. But if we just look right here, without Giannis, he's gone over in 6 out of 9 games. At home, he's gone over in 4 out of 4, and that's pretty much my read here. Now that Kyle Kuzma and Cole Anthony are both not playing, Cole Anthony got traded, Kyle Kuzma's out, Giannis is out. So if we look at the one game they all didn't play, Kevin Porter Jr. had 13 assists on 22 potentials. And I know if you take a look at this, the Pacers on the season are actually pretty good at limiting assists. But over their last 5 games, they are the 7th worst team at limiting assists per game. You can see Dyson Daniels had 7. Dyson Daniels had 9, CJ McCollum 7. Like similar guards, like point guard, shooting guards, have been able to go over their assist line versus the Pacers recently. Kevin Porter Jr. just had 9 assists on 11 potentials in 29 minutes in his return game from injury. Again, it's a pretty good matchup, so I just think that at -110, I would still take Kevin Porter Jr. over 6.5 assists. Now, my 5th play is in the Grizzlies-Blazers game, and I took Jrue Holiday over 8.5 RA. You guys cannot play this anymore, but I actually posted this at 3 a.m. to my VIP subs. But the read here is that Deni Avdija was listed as questionable, but it was noted earlier in the day that he's unlikely to play on Friday after participating in Thursday's practice. So this whole read is that Deni Avdija doesn't play. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he does because Jrue Holiday's numbers are like better. The hit rate is much better with Deni, but that's only because Jrue Holiday wasn't really playing real minutes since Deni's kind of been getting injured. And you can see here, Jrue is projected to play 28 minutes. When I locked this in, he was projected to play just like the 24 mark. And I predicted that to get a little higher. So if we just look at games when Jrue has played at least 25 minutes, he's gone over 8.5 RA in every single game this year. And if Deni Avdija doesn't play, that doesn't really bother me because Jrue just had 9 RA. I said in Discord, I don't really care how he gets it. It could be 4 rebounds, 5 assists like he did here. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. I just feel like 8.5 was too low when Jrue's actually playing decent minutes. And Memphis, over their last 5 games, have the 2nd worst defense in the league, and now they don't have Jaren Jackson Jr., who is a decent defender. So I just like Jrue's RA at 8.5 here. I know you guys can't play it, but that's why it's important to subscribe to my VIP. A couple leans that I did like was DeMar DeRozan over 3.5 assists. Sabonis did get ruled out, so I'm probably going to find a play for this game really quickly after I upload this video. I like Clifford's assists as well. DeMar's PA was just at 20.5. I liked that. I also liked Brook Lopez's under, but I don't really know how I feel about that now that Sabonis has been ruled out because Brook did have 6 rebounds on 15 rebound chances in 23 minutes versus the Kings without Sabonis earlier this season. I know a lot of people are on this guy to score some points. I honestly don't really know who this is. I know he's a young backup center for the Clippers, obviously, but there's just a little too much up in the air right now. I liked the assists on this side because DeAndre Hunter is here, and I was looking at every single DeMar DeRozan assist last game, and 2 or 3 of them, 4 of them were just 2 3-point attempts, which is where the Clippers do allow a ton of assists. Now, the Pelicans-Wolves game, I do like Ant's under, but I don't know whether to expect a 44-point win or a 11-point win from Ant. I do know the Pelicans like to double him and force the ball out of his hands, so that's the read for the under there. Jeremiah Fears' line seemed pretty low. This was at 15.5 PRA earlier, but he is only projected to play 20 minutes. I mean, if he was projected to play more, I would smash this line because Jose Alvarado's out. But he's only projected to play like 20 minutes. So I don't really like this line that much. But that was a lean of mine. Another lean was Vooch under 21.5 PRA. Just because in games this season when he's played less than 25 minutes, he's projected to split minutes evenly with Keita and Garza a little bit, 14 minutes for Garza. He's gone under in every single game, twice against the Heat, so I think that's a pretty good look as well. But yeah, that's all I really got for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. As always, guys, I found all these plays using Props Madness. If you guys do like the software that I use, think you could make some money using it, I genuinely believe it is the best research tool on the market. So if you guys do want to hop on the Props Madness train, make sure you use code NICK at checkout for 25% off your first month. But yeah, guys, have a good day. Peace out.